Hello, grade 2, and welcome to our math lesson for today. Today we will be continuing our lessons about multiplication. Yesterday we learned that multiplication is a very long word, but it is not scary. Multiplication is a skill that we have been using for quite some time, maybe without even realizing it. Today, I'm going to share my screen with you again so that we can learn together more about multiplication. So I'm going to start from the beginning again, but we're going to have a different focus. Okay, there's that big word, multiplication. But multiplication is not scary. You have been skip counting for quite some time. You can count by twos very easily, almost in your sleep. It's also repeated addition, which means adding the same number multiple times. There's that word multiple, multi, like in multicultural, multiplication, many times. And then today's lesson is going to focus mostly on this next idea that we covered yesterday, that it is also known as times or certain number of groups of a certain number. Like this, 2, 4, 6, 8 could be thought of as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or it could be thought of this way. 4 times 2 equals 8. Or 4, and then the X can mean groups of. 4 groups of 2 equals 8. So today we're going to be focusing on the symbol that is used for multiplication, the name of the answer is not a sum as it is in addition, it's not a difference as it is in subtraction, it is called a product. It is the answer to a multiplication answer. And so we're going to be practicing writing the number sentences that match a picture today using symbol for multiplication and repeated addition. So let me just explain a little bit more of our math pages from our Math Makes Sense book today. Here's the first one. Now, for this page 239, you need to go and find a collection of items. Maybe you have a collection of those mini cars, the Hot Wheels. Maybe you have a collection of those that you could use today. Maybe you have a collection of just counters, or maybe you have a collection of buttons or paper clips. Whatever you have, maybe you might want to go to your cereal cupboard and get a handful of Cheerios. Whatever you have, it has to be a collection that you can count in groups. So you could make groups of 2s or 3s or 5s or 10s, whatever you feel most comfortable in counting or skip counting by. You could even do groups of 25 because we have practiced already this year to count by 25s. And then you are ready when you have your collection to fill in the blanks of this page. With your collection of items, you need to divide your collection with the same number in each group. So if you decide that you want to count by fives, then you need to make sure that there are only 5 and 5 in each group. Then you are ready to fill in how many groups. If your collection happens to have extra after you've made all of your groups, then just put those back into the container where you got them from, if they are a toy, or maybe into your compost pail, or eat them if they are food items. Okay, and then you need to write how many groups you have in all. So the first blank is saying how many groups, and then the next blank says how many in each group. Think of your problem. Use counters to solve it. Now, draw to show how you solved it. So in this box, you would draw a picture, a simplified picture of what you just did with your collection by showing that there are certain number of groups. Make sure there is clear space between each of your drawings of each group, and that there are a certain number in each group. Now, look at the bottom of the page. It says, what is the addition sentence for your problem? This is when you need to do that repeated addition that we did in the previous, showed on the previous page. This one here, where you show the where it shows the repeated addition in the cloud here. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. If this number sentence, addition sentence, matches what you did with your collection, perhaps you grouped your Hot Wheels in groups of 2, then you would show, and that you had 4 groups, then this would be the addition sentence that you would use. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. There are 4 2's and it equals 8. That's what you would use for your sentence. What is the addition sentence for your problem? Of course, if your collection was not grouped into groups of 2, then the repeated number needs to be different. Perhaps your repeated number needs to be 5 if you grouped by 5s. And then finally, at the bottom, it says, what is the multiplication sentence for your problem? Okay, I'm going to go back to the other page again, and you will see this is where you need to do the X, or the symbol for multiplication. The first number is how many groups. The second number following the X is how many in each group. And then after the equal is how many altogether. Simple enough, you can do it. I know you can. Then we have one more page to do for today. This time they have drawn pictures for you. You do not need to get these out of your pantry or your garden or get a collection of people to do the last of the boxes here. It has a question at the top that says, how many items are in each box? Well, I see that there are bundles of cherries here. How many cherries are in each group? You got it, 3. So then the first thing you need to do is write the repeated addition sentence. How many 3's are you going to write? That's right. So then don't forget to write the equal sign and the answer in the end. After you finished your addition sentence, your repeated addition sentence, then you need to write a multiplication sentence. How many groups? Then the symbol X. How many in each group? Followed by an equal sign and your answer, the product. Continue that for each of the boxes. These are bundles of lemons. How many bundles of lemons are there? How many lemons are in each bundle? Here are potted plants. How many potted plants are there? And how many leaves are on each potted plant? How many hands are there? And how many fingers on each hand? Once you have completed page 240, you are all done your math for the day. And you are learning how to record a multiplication problem. Have a great day.